Audio's overreacting tonight. I think my camera slipped too. We're going to do art tonight. Tonight is my 75th episode. So yeah, stream tonight. There's no extras or anything. When I finish these 4 characters, yeah, I'm not the best at hands, but you can kind of tell what's supposed to be going on here. Okay, I think that's arm is good enough. Let's draw. All right. Lots of muscle going on. And then on this side, we've got a comparable thing going on. And then there's more of the arm. He's the only one who wears this. All right. And now behind the shield, you could just see a hint of the hand that's holding it. So let me go ahead and from there we can start to do his belt. He's got a little tiny, what looks like a purse hanging from his belt. Kind of a utility bag of sorts. At least in the source image. I know not all interpretations of the costume have that little bag, but I'm rolling with the source. Behind the bag, there's a little bit of a thing. And then he's got stripes on this part of his outfit. That this is color, but those are red and white stripes. And of course, his pants details in shadow. And I think I actually left room for oh, we can make that the muscle line. I drew it too far over. But I think I actually left room for me to draw on his feet this time. But he's in a running pose, so only one foot is actually visible. It's hard to make sense of what's going on in it with these pants because, yeah, the top area of the pants is obscured in shadow. Here's some more muscle lining. Depending on the time, I may look at some Pokemon cards after. We'll see. Because it is my 75th episode. Alright, so the top part of the front leg is what's going on now. And there's lots of muscle lines going on that I can't really do justice to, but I'll do my best. Muscle lines and now for his boot, which I think is going to end up a little bit cut off, but not as bad as usual. Yeah. Your perspective way off on the boot, but that's okay because the boot's cut off anyway. I think he came out pretty okay. Not great, but not horrible. I've done worse on the stream. Alright, now we're going to draw I've picked out a Pokemon who is technically complex. One of the more detailed Pokemon there is. I hope I can do him justice. This Pokemon is known to destroy entire towns when it gets angry. I think we're off to a pretty okay start. Wow. This If you haven't figured it out by now, of course, this is a Gyarados that I'm working on tonight. One of the more technically complex and detailed Pokemon to draw. there in order to keep it looking balanced. Technically, he doesn't have lines. Yeah. Did I mention this guy has a lot of detail and bits and stuff? Gyarados is about as over-designed as Pokemon get. Big, he's got a serpentine body with these big ridges along his back. Got some muscle lines going on in here. And now we gotta just draw his little segments. I mean, if you can draw Gyarados, you can pretty much draw any Pokemon you want to draw, so I don't have an excuse for not drawing certain Pokemon anymore. But don't get me started on Mega Gyarados. And then it's just a bunch of these segmented things, for which we'll be moving into soon. And I'm making these a little bit shorter than they are in the source image, because I want to make sure to leave room for his tail. Then he's got another one of the ridge things over here. And you know what? In order to ensure I have room for the tail, I'm going to adjust his pose a little bit on the fly and show the last few segments swing back around this way. It's not the most graceful fix, but and the tail's still going to be partially cut off. But at least I was able to salvage enough of the tail that you can see how it's supposed to go. And with that, there's a nice Gyarados picture for us. And that actually went by a lot quicker than I thought it was going to. Yep, Gyarados. Third picture is going to be Disney movie, so. And this Disney picture is actually a 2-character sketch. So we'll be on it for a little while. It's so much easier to draw the eyes when they're closed, but sometimes with closed eyes, you lose some of the expression. It was a cute pose, which is why I chose this one. Justice to at all. Let's give the hand a little more definition. The source image has no hint of her back arm. She must have it behind her back, or behind her hair, rather. I'm telling you, this source image makes the character look fatter than she is. She's not a princess or anything, though, so it's not that huge a deal. Oh. I mean, not an official Disney princess. Obviously, every girl's a princess to somebody. This is a pretty dress she's wearing, and now the second character in this picture is a character I have drawn on stream before. And people who see that image say it's one of the best ones I've ever done on. That's the weirdest shaped foot I've ever drawn. Human foot, I mean. Okay, let's draw in the rest of her hair. And then some hairlines. Alright, not bad. Could have been a little bit better, but not bad. Now, for the other character. And when you draw a two-character sketch, the place where they meet is where you start the second character, or where I start the second character. This line's a little bit thicker. Normally I color the black part of the eye, but this guy's whole eye is black, so I'm not going to do that tonight. Unless I feel like I need to. Did I do that in my original sketch of this guy? Give me a quick moment. I'll find out. Yes, I did color his eyes, but his eyes weren't as big last time I did him. We'll see if I need to. Now we can draw in the top of his head. In this particular pose, it's all in the expression. And he's got lots of teeth in that mouth of his that I gotta try and draw in. Alright. Now let's draw in the edge of his face. Or I should say his head, because his face is pretty much there. Yeah, my other picture of this character was a little bit better, I think. But not bad this time around. I got someone really special to close us off. So, if I get through this picture, we should do a character that I have no excuse to do poorly. Alright, let's just... let's just draw on his body. way the claws are in the source reminds me of the way we do lion claws, which I did last stream, in fact, last time I did art. I may have drawn that arm line too long. Whatever. Yeah. Now the feet. And the feet are individually toed in the source as well, so. Yep, there we go. Lilo and Stitch. In an awkward moment for Stitch, it looks like. Not too bad. I've done better, though. Anyway. Final image of the night. Another technically complex character. And for my fourth image tonight, we're returning to my art roots. When I first started doing art, it was to draw pictures of the ponies at the various pony parties. So tonight, for my 75th picture on stream, we're going to return to my art roots and draw a pony. And for tonight, I have selected Princess Celestia, who has the distinction of being the first pony princess I ever drew. Way back, I made my first attempt at Celestia on my very first day of drawing ponies. In fact, I'll show you that original Celestia picture real quick. If I can pull it up. Here we go. Here it is. This is a photo of the very first day I drew ponies. Many years ago. This is my first ever attempt at Princess Celestia. From many, many years ago. The little note reads, "This Princess Celestia was only the fourth pony I ever drew. I just started today. I know it's not great, but I hope you like it." And it's signed with my online name at the time. I've gone through a rebranding before I started my Twitch channel, though. I used to be Mortigan, now I'm Uncle Evie, so. But there it is. My very first attempt at Celestia. Now let's see how I do today. Alright. I don't know where to begin with her. Because the parts I usually begin with, they're all overlapped by other parts. Let me start over. I drew that horn too wide. It's okay to take the mulligan when you're just starting a picture. Not so much when you've already invested a significant amount of time into it, though. Oh, man. I hope I left enough room for her mane. So there's a mane line that comes down. Her mane might go off the page. Then again, so might her tail. She has a big, floofy mane and tail. And then she's got this princess crown going on. And she's called Princess, but her role is more like that of a queen. But Hasbro's lawyers said, no queens. Queens have a reputation. So, Princess it is. But she's got way more power than your typical princess. Little pony ear there. Top of the mane. Just gotta draw the mane as it connects to these other things. Wow, the crown has swirl details going on. Then we gotta draw this little curl of her mane here, because that'll help us place the face. There's another mane curl. And from here we can draw in the face. This face is made or broken based on how well the eye comes out. Always a tricky thing with ponies, but particularly with the princesses. Pony eyes are so detailed. It's like drawing anime eyes. Speaking of which, I haven't really done anime on my channel. That's okay, because I used to be into anime, but I haven't really followed in years. So it's okay that I don't really sketch them on my channel. There's always one part when sketching a pony face, when you're drawing in the outline of the eye, that they look creepy and soulless until you draw in the eye details. We'll get there in a minute. Not bad. I kind of like the way that eye came out. Not my best pony eye, but okay. Face isn't too bad. Let's draw in this neck detail now. And then she's got a little bit of a collar going on, which I'll draw on now. Princess Celestia raises the sun, and her sister, Princess Luna, raises the moon. That's a slip. When I finish Celestia, I will have drawn 75 pictures on camera. There's actually 76 in my folder, because one of them I drew at a party. Alright. And from here, we can draw in her back hoof is raised. And that will allow us to draw in the rest of the mane. And now we just gotta draw in her. If I was doing color, this part of the sketch would be aligned in color. Because her mane is a whole bunch of bright fancy, pretty colors. Alright, now for the next hoof. And for the hooves in the front, I'm going to use the bottom of the page as the edge. Alright, the next thing to draw, if I want to place the back hooves properly, would be the wing. Oh boy. And this is an even more technically detailed wing than the Twilight Sparkle wing I drew on my last stream. And here's the indication of the back wing. Now for the wing detail. That's a nice big wing. I'm satisfied. It's not perfect, but I'm satisfied. Nothing I do on this channel is perfect, but that's okay. Because if I was a perfect artist, it wouldn't really be that fun to watch, would it? Alright. Let's draw in the back hooves now. Now the cutie mark. Which is, of course, the sun. Because she is the sun goddess who's been raising the sun every day for 1,000 years. And the tail. Which is unfortunately going to run off the page. And her tail's like her mane, and that's a swirl of several bright colors. There we are. Princess Celestia. Not bad. Not bad, though I think I did Luna better last month. Oh, well, not bad. But you know what? That was my 75th sketch on stream. I'm feeling one more. Let's do sketch number 76 as a little bonus. I'm enjoying the pony vibe. I think I'm going to stick with the ponies. Let me see what I... Let me see. Give me a moment to figure out what I want to draw. Yeah, I'm not doing a 3-character sketch. That's cute. Let's try this one. Where to begin with this one? I want to start. I might cut off the bottom of the bottom pony's feet in this picture. Maybe not. We'll see. All right. Now for some pony eyes. And the other eye. One moment, I got a notification. All right, let's keep going. That was not urgent. Okay. Not the best I've ever drawn her face, but let's keep going. I may have drawn that hoof a bit too sharp. I did say this is a 2-pony sketch after all. So now we get to begin drawing the second pony in, now that we have a frame of reference. And the way usually I draw one character, then the other, but the way this picture is, you need pieces of both in order to draw both. So we'll start the second character. If you can't tell, the second pony is a little bit bigger, a little bit older. Still just as cute. I don't normally do 2 pony sketches in one stream, but Celestia made me feel nostalgic, so. And with the new My Little Pony movie coming out next week, it's the first production in Generation 5. I'm a little nervous about it because it's the Generation 4 ones that I came to love. I think most bronies are a little nervous about the new generation. But I'll check out the movie. I'm not going to judge it until I see it. Alright. Other eye. I think this will be the first time I've done 2 double character sketches in a single stream. Okay. I can tell from the source image that this is before the younger Apple got her cutie mark. I might draw it in at the end. We'll see. In fact, I probably will. Because at this point, it's been a few years since that episode aired where they finally got their cutie marks. So, I think I will go ahead and draw her cutie mark in. But I'll have to pull up a separate reference image for that. Alright. There's enough of the other pony that I can draw in the rest of the detailing, I think, for the first pony. Tail time. I like how most ponies have tail styles that match their mane styles, because it gives each pony a distinctive look. Alright, now we can draw in the rest of the big pony's mane. It's funny, I've never really been a big fan of country western stuff, but the Apple sisters have for a long time been amongst my favorite characters. It probably helps that they're the most traditionally colored of all the ponies in the show. Most of the ponies are just too colorful to be believable. But the Apple sisters have almost natural coloration. Almost. Certainly closer to natural coloration than anybody else in the major characters. Alright. Now, what's going on for the rest of this thing? And look, no cutoff with this picture. Alright, I'm gonna wait to draw the rest of that back leg. Cutie mark. The source image shows the tails interlocking, but I actually drew the other tail way too high, so we're not quite going to have that in this image. You know what? It's not in this. And then the rest of the back leg. Someone looks a little off about this picture. Considering Applejack's body proportions are a little off. That's okay, though. I'm not going to worry about Apple Bloom's cutie mark, because for most of the show, she didn't have it. She got, what, season 6, season 7, something like that? Anyway, final picture of the night. The Apple sisters. Yeah, not bad. All in all, I'd say tonight was pretty successful. Let's do a recap, and then we'll find someone to raid. So, tonight started with Captain America, my first Marvel hero on stream. And then I drew Gyarados from Pokemon. And then I drew Lilo and Stitch as my Disney picture for tonight. And then Princess Celestia. Why am I showing her sideways? There you go. From My Little Pony as the 75th picture done on the stream. And then my little bonus picture also from My Little Pony, Applejack and Apple Bloom, the Apple sisters. And actually, we're going into apple season right now, so this was a very fitting picture to draw for tonight. Anyway, which one do I want to leave as the one to leave on screen until we raid? Let's do Celestia as our raid picture. Okay. Let's find someone to raid. Who's on? A marble stream. I'm kind of boycotting marbles because they decided to break it on my computer. But I'll take a look. John is on. How long has he been going? Okay, the marble stream has been going on for about 3 hours. They're probably going to end soon. Of course, it's forcing me to look at an ad first. John's on. He's been on for less than 2 hours. He is a good choice, but I don't know how long he's going to go tonight, but let me wait till this ad plays out and see if he's a good choice for tonight. Ah, his son is on the stream with him tonight. Request lines are still open, which means he's still going. How's his queue looking tonight? He's only got 2 songs in the queue. This is a good time to go in and make some requests. All right, let's do this. We're going to raid John Massey tonight. You know the drill. Go in, request some songs, enjoy the music, and have a good time. Thank you for joining me for my 75th show. And here's looking to the next 75, the next 100. I mean, we're just getting started with this show, man. Have a good night.